It's time for the Colorado Christian Athletics weekly recap. We're back. I'm Spencer Pattison. This is Jack Jones. We had an exciting week. Lots of sports going on. Softball. Let's start there. And I'm just going to say it. We can't get around it. There's no avoiding it. The ladies are on a 14-game win streak. I think we should do 14 high fives. Just kidding. Over the weekend, they played Chadron State 4 times and won all 4 of them in game 1. It ended early, ending in the 6th inning with a walk-off home run from Logan Menzies to rule the Eagles 8-0. Game 2 was similar. However, this one ended in the 7th inning as the Cougars won 4-0. The back-to-back RMAC pitcher of the week, Callie Crandall, pitched the first game, giving up 2 hits, striking out 6 batters, and Avery Castillo pitched the second game, giving up 1 hit and striking out 8 batters. Combined 3 hits, 14 strikeouts, and no runs for the Cougars. I mean, wow. They have no problem with pitching whatsoever. They have so much depth. I mean, Callie Crandall, Avery Castillo, and there's more. In the second day, they beat the Eagles 8-3 in that game. Logan Menzies hit another home run. Kenzie Middleton also went yard for her first home run of the season. And Callie Crandall and Avery Castillo combined pitching that game to win it. And then in the second game on day 2, the Cougars won as early as you possibly can. Finished it in 5 innings with the run rule, winning 8-0. We saw Alexis Hamilton, another one of the star pitchers, one of the best pitchers last year in the RMAC. We saw her for the first time at home this season, and she did not disappoint, obviously finishing it in 5 innings, securing the shutout victory with 4 strikeouts. I mean, wow. 14-game win streak. Very, very, very exciting start for the ladies. There's a fun fact for you, Jack. Fun fact about the softball team. They've shut out their opponents 7 out of the 16 times that they've played. So their pitching is phenomenal, but their batting is also great. Getting some runs, being able to finish the games early with run rules. Next up, though, the ladies take their 14-game win streak down to Pueblo to take on CSU Pueblo February 24th and 25th. 4 games next weekend. Let's see if they can keep their record going. They're number 1 in the RMAC, and that's what the preseason polls said, so they're looking to keep that for the rest of the season.
Yeah, the ladies are looking to keep it on rolling. Now we'll talk about the men's. Unfortunately, men's didn't play this week, so we don't have a ton to talk about. Their last games were against Southeastern Oklahoma State University, which we talked about last week in the weekly recap, so if you want to check that out, go ahead. However, they do have quite the matchup coming up this weekend. They'll take on Augustana University, and Augustana on the year is 4-5, so it should be a good matchup. They'll be taking them on February 25th and 26th at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. both days.
Yeah, very exciting stuff. I'm very happy that we're in baseball, softball season. It's getting closer to the warm weather. I'm excited for it. Right now, we still got snow on the ground, but we are able to play baseball on a field and softball. I'm happy about it, but let's go back to our roots, Jack. What we started this show with, men's and women's basketball. Let's start with women's basketball. The ladies played 2 games over the weekend. In the first game, they played the number 20 team in the nation, Colorado School of Mines. It was a close game all the way through, but when it came down to the end, the Cougars were down by 170-69. They passed the ball into Agnes Paul. She goes up for a layup. It rolls around the rim, and a heartbreaker, it falls out. It was a tough loss. However, the ladies really played hard. They showed out. Great effort. 3 players scored in double digits in that game, and they all got 14 points. Agnes Paul, McKenna Bodette, and Maggie Hutka. The second game, they made the quick trip over to Denver, Colorado to take on Metro State. This was a big game for the Roadrunners. They were 10th in the RMAC before this weekend. And after the Cougars, in this game, the Cougars kept it close. But the Roadrunners got hot in the second half to win it 60-52. It was a tough loss. Again, the Cougars really played hard, but Metro State were hungry for that win. Metro State went from 10th place in the RMAC to 6th place in the RMAC over the weekend.
Wow.
So a big jump. Now in there for that RMAC playoff contention. They got some good chances there. And, I mean, they're a fun team to watch. Kendra Parra, the RMAC leading scorer, she went off in that game. I believe she had 17 points, 14 rebounds. She's a tough player to stop. The leading scorer for the Cougars, however, was Maggie Hutka, scoring 14 points back-to-back nights, this time on 50% shooting. The ladies are now 10-16 overall, 6-14 in the RMAC. Heading back home for their final 2 games, they play Black Hills State on Wednesday, and then South Dakota Mines for senior night on Saturday.
And now we'll look to men's basketball. They played the same 2 squads. First, they played number 25 in the nation, Colorado School Mines, and they lost 83-58 in a very, very tough loss. In that game, though, Jason Gallant had 17.6 rebounds, and Schaefer Reichert had his career high with 13 points. That deserves a little high five for Schaefer.
Oh, yeah.
Mine shot 50% from the field, though. That's just really hard to beat when you shoot that efficiently. But on their next matchup, they also took on MSU Denver, and they lost in an overtime thriller, 75-73. This one was definitely a heartbreaker for the men's team.
Lots of heartbreakers this weekend.
Yeah, for the basketball teams. 4 of the Cougars scored in double digits, though, headlined by DJ McDonald, who played 44 minutes in this game. And he scored 20 points. And here's the reason they went to overtime. He hit a 3 with 6 seconds left remaining in regulation to send it to OT. Fortunately, couldn't get it done in overtime, but kept it real close. Right behind him was Noah Kahn with 16 points. The Cougars are now 9-17 overall in the year, 5-15 in the RMAC, and will be taking on the number 3 team in the nation, Black Hills State, Wednesday. And then for senior night this Saturday against South Dakota Mines to wrap up the season. Should be a fun one, but you can go to both of those games. They're both going to be at the CCU Event Center, so be there.
Or be square. Make sure, seriously, be there Saturday at least for senior night. Watch those seniors ball out. Last games for Colorado Christian. It'll be exciting. It'll be sad. We'll miss those guys and girls. But let's move on to men's and women's track and field. The final regular season competition for the track and field teams before they head into RMAC tournament. They competed in the Air Force Collegiate Open over the weekend. For the women, Molly Miller led off with the mile, running a converted time of 5 minutes and 10 seconds in the event, as she continues to impress after playing women's soccer her entire Cougars career.
Let's give Molly a high five.
Yeah.
That deserves a high five for sure.
Most definitely. And then Hannah George ran the 60-meter flying for a time of 7.89 seconds to take second place. And she followed that up with a first-place finish in the 200-meter, breaking another one of her school records with a mark of 25.97 seconds, as she made it 2 records broken in one day. That's two high fives. There we go. And Tara Smoker also ran the 200-meter, placing third place with a time of 26.19 seconds. So a big weekend for the ladies. They ran fast.
And you know who else had a big weekend? These men's track and field runners. The Cougars took part in the 400-meter dash. We had 4 of them. 4 of the men's runners took part, led by Jonah Beard, who came in 12th place with a time of 51.68. Gabe Ring followed in 15th place with a time of 52.75, and Nate Johnson secured 18th place with a time of 53.46 seconds. Dawson Hancock closed out the whole thing for him, the 400-meter, taking 23rd place, finishing with a time of 56.18 seconds. But Alexander Vance competed in the 800-meter He placed second with a time of 1 minute 56.69 seconds. Mason Gantz came in at 2 minutes and 5.75 seconds in the same event. Way to go to those guys. And then Tyler Bradley, he grabbed a school record for the second straight week. He broke the record in the 200-meter with a time of 21.79 seconds, taking second place in the event. Beard ran in 22.55 for ninth, while Hancock tallied in a 24.67 for the 17th place. But you know what's exciting? It's coming up. The Cougars as a whole, men's and women's, will take part in the RMAC Championships February 24th and 25th in Alamosa, hosted by Adams State. So if you want, you could be there. I know it's a long ways away. Or watch it, keep updated on the RMAC network. But they're going to the championship, so we're wishing you guys luck.
Oh, yeah, and I don't think we've ever done this before, but I think with how many times we high-five on this show and have high-five throughout the course of this show, I don't think we've ever done a good luck high-five.
No, but we're going to do one right now for you.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck.
That was the perfect good luck
That
high
was a
five.
perfect high-five, and I think that's some good luck sent over to the men's and women's track and field team. Let's look what's coming up for CCU Athletics. We talk about it. We've talked about it for the past few weeks now. It's right around the corner. Men's and women's golf starting back up. For the men, it starts back up March 4th in Boulder City, Nevada. And for the women, it starts back up March 6th in San Diego, California. Getting ready for some golf weather. They get to go to the warmer states first. However, they will be coming back after that. And Colorado will get warmer. I hope. Sometimes it snows in like June.
Yeah.
So it's very unpredictable. However, I'm ready for the warmth.
I'm ready for the warm weather, too. I'm sick of this snow.
Oh, yeah. Well, that'll do it for the weekly recap. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next week. It'll be a fun week. Keep updated with the sports. And if you can't keep updated throughout the week, we're here every Monday.